Hey, what's up, y'all? This is JimDre Westbrook, Worth the Way guy here, and you're now watching episode 29 of Exposed Worth the Way Guy Chronicles. Today, we're going to talk about Photograph. This is our second chapter where we're going to focus on J. Cole's album, KOD, and talk about one of the songs that I really can relate to. And I feel that it's something that is just not me. I think this song speaks to almost everybody out there that uses social media. Photograph was a dope song. It talks about how people catch feelings, liking people that they know nothing about. Yeah, we might follow you and, like and comment, maybe slide through the DM and, try to get at you. But do we really know the real you? We know your social media profile, right? We can tell, where you've been, where you checked in, what you like, what you don't like. But sometimes, and even for myself, we put the narrative or the messaging we want out there. And sometimes that's really not who we are or what we're really feeling. We might be having a bad day, but it's like, social media there's no days off on social media. So you have to always be on, if you will, and always kind of project a positive message, or hey, I'm here, or I'm there, or I'm always on the scene, or maybe you backdate certain stuff and you're at the crib maybe crying. You know what I mean? You're at the crib maybe broke, like you're not who you're projecting. And like I said, I even fall victim to that too. So I'm not throwing shade to anybody who does that. We all do that. Even the realest ones out there. We do that. So I've been like so excited. I've been really, keying in on this chapter because I think it's going to speak to a lot of people. Don't know how long this video is going to be. It may even be the shortest video I've done. But my messaging really comes from a few years ago. I used to follow a lot of people on Instagram. And to be more specific, I used to follow a lot of women out there, like beautiful, bad, chicks out there. And for me, as a single brother who loves women, I felt that by following some provocative pages, by following some women who were into the fitness world, I'm also into the fitness industry, that I could follow these women and, not necessarily lust after them, but like really, really, really like and, just be all about their presence. And I'll say their physical beauty because a lot of the people that I followed back in the day, like I didn't care anything about them as far as like who they really were, family lives, beliefs, ambitions, career, like the real person. It was more like, hey, what do you look like? Like, rather, you're half naked with a swimsuit, or rather you're always half naked because you're always at the gym and you like to show off your body and your gains and things of that nature, or, just whatever I was into, like I like legs, I like butts. I'm like any other guy. I like breasts. I like it all. And it was more so me trying to, fulfill some need I felt I needed by following these women and not even liking stuff because I didn't want to be a creep, even though I know I was creeping. I didn't want everybody else to know that. You know what I mean? I think a lot of us do that where we follow these people. Like I said, we don't care about them. We really don't. But they look good or they do something to us or they do something for us. And, we really get caught up in these photographs and these, filters and all of this stuff that at the end of the day really doesn't make any sense or really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But I felt victim to it. So I was just like any other brother out there that, it became a ritual, like an everyday thing where I'd eat breakfast at the table, the same table I'm doing these videos from. You know what I mean? Like I'm eating breakfast. I got my oatmeal. I got my water. I got maybe my turkey bacon, turkey sausage, my banana. After I said my prayers, I'd eat. And I do basically like a lot of old folks do, read the newspaper. But for me, it wasn't no newspaper. It was these IG pages and, checking for, this woman and that woman and, what's she wearing today or where did she go last night? And it came into this ritual, this habit that I couldn't shake. Like I said, I was literally like reading the news or the tabloids or what, the comics. No, I was in these, Instagram models. And I couldn't really do anything about it because I didn't think nothing was wrong with it, at the time. I was like, I'm not hurting nobody, but I think as I continue to follow more and get more engaged and be, more enticed, that it was hurting myself. Like this guy who I really was. And, I didn't want to become this lust monster, this person that just couldn't control their feelings and their emotions and their hormones, because as I followed more, it became a little more colorful, more erotic. And before you know it, this did help when I went into that, let me start watching porn and let me start, masturbating and doing all of that other stuff that I've been talking about. Yeah, this didn't help, And of course, the industry that I worked in, which was the pool season and the nightclubs, that didn't help either. So I was getting hit from it in numerous ways, right? So for me, man, I had to, I think, calm down, had that come to Jesus moment, and really look myself in the eye to say, yo, man, if you want to change, you have to change your behavior. Like this, it's not going to happen overnight, but you can't start or keep doing the same thing over and over. Y'all already know that's insanity. I am not insane, closer to being sane, but I ain't got it all together. None of us do. So really, I wanted to talk about the social media because if this isn't your issue, all of us probably have some type of social media issue, whether you're playing the comparison game. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Rather, you're, like I said, only projecting the good stuff on social media. That's also a trap. People need to see when you're down and when you're out and when you've gone through some challenges, things of that nature, But for me, it was following these women that have nothing to do with my purpose. And I think a lot of us are doing that. We're following people just because they look good and just because, they popping or whatnot, but they don't relate to your story or they have nothing to do with your purpose. Then why are you following them? And I had to ask myself that question. So there came a point in time where I was going to the grocery store. I was headed out and something spoke in my spirit, my heart, that said, bro, you got to go unfollow those chicks right now. Right now. Like I was hungry. I ain't had nothing in the crib. I was out shopping. But I turned around because I knew God had a message for me that said, bro, if you really want what I have for you, right? You got to stop chasing this other stuff that other people are trying to give you, right? And I did that. So I unfollowed anybody that had nothing to do with my purpose. If I was just following you just because you look good and you had a banging body, it's a wrap. Unfollow, unfollow, unfollow. And for me, like I said, I was following a lot of them. So we're talking hundreds of beautiful women that I had to unfollow because they had nothing to do with my purpose. Nothing. Now, if you look good and, you aligned with, maybe the motivational speaking that I do, maybe you're an author, a writer, an actress, a creator, but you still look good and you go out and, you still popping, that's cool. I'm not saying I unfollowed all the beautiful women I follow because I'd be straight up lying to y'all. You know what I mean? But there were a lot of women that's like, hey, you just got a big booty and I'm following you. Hey, you fine and ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I like the way you look in clothes, or I like the way you look when you are half naked. I'm following you. That's no good. So whether you're a man or you're a woman, if you have people on Instagram that you follow, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, on social media, my takeaway is click the unfollow button. Click it, baby. You have to because it's a trap. And you might be like, well, Dre, I'm married, Hey, what's wrong with that? I ain't saying nothing's wrong. This is not a message to demean or to throw shade at people. I'm not. If it works for you, that's cool, baby. I'm just saying, for me, it ain't work. So if they ain't had nothing to do with me, I don't want to really. I can't do that because I know it's getting me further away from where I know God wants me to go. So that's it, man. That is the message. That be careful on social media. That's another one. Just be careful. If you can manage it and, hey, I'm only liking or I'm only looking and I can't like because I know my woman going to be on my head. Hey, bro, if that works for you, I'm with it. I support you. Many blessings. But I know for me and what I'm doing, I couldn't do that. I couldn't rock with it. I purged. I did spring cleaning. I cleaned up most of my stuff and it worked for me. So find what works for you, how you can manage the social media thing. I know for me, I fell in love with a lot of photographs, and I didn't need that in my life anymore. I stopped following those women. I felt better. I felt free. And it made me get closer to where I know God wants me to go. Cool? All right, y'all, that's all that I got. On next week, we're going to wrap up this J. Cole series. We're going to talk about ATM. So I'm going to talk about that money, cash, and not that other part, but definitely the money part and how you cannot serve two masters. All right, have a blessed holiday weekend. Peace.